I'm seeing a lot of posts about dark empaths online lately, and most of them are saying that dark empaths are the most dangerous person that you could come across. Um, since when was like a dark empath a diagnosis or in the dark triad? Um, you know, it's often a term used in spirituality that I've been, quite familiar with for a long time. Now, one thing to remember about dark empaths is they're still an individual person. Um, and they started off as an empath. Now, often dark empaths started off with too much empathy and they began, you know, too trusting, too caring, and they got hurt, they got burned, and they reached a point where they had to make a decision. They were either going to get destroyed by being hurt so many times because they feel everything, or they had to do something about it. So, yes, it's true. Dark empaths can feel like a normal empath. They are quite intuitive. Um, and yes, they often outsmart, outturn, those in the dark triad because psychopaths, sociopaths, narcissists, etc., are very self-driven. They're very easy to outmaneuver when you have empathy and you can read. A dark empath can read them like a book. Um, and they had to learn to turn that switch off. So what feeds people in the dark triad? Attention. A dark empath is able to turn that switch off and walk away like that person never mattered. And is that a toxic trait? No. I mean, aren't we taught to walk away from toxic people? I mean, if everybody could do that, then we wouldn't be feeding narcissism or, toxic traits. Now, it's just that these people have learned to be able to do this. Now, the variation. There are so many variations on this categorization of dark empaths. There are dangerous dark empaths. There are dark empaths that have gone, no, I've had enough and I'm going to turn it off completely and I'm going to become a complete cunt because the world has been a cunt to me and I just don't care anymore. So, yes, those people are very dangerous. And then there's a dark empath that has evolved, adapted, maybe ascended, studied the world around them, and decided who is deserving of their empathy. They might be the kindest person you've met. Some people might describe them as a hero, someone who came to their rescue when they needed it, when no one else was there. Someone else might describe them as a demon, as a devil, as the worst person they've ever come across. It depends who the person is to them. Was that person someone that tried to destroy them? Was that person an innocent person that needed help? Was it an old person trying to cross the street that they extended the hand of kindness because they felt empathy? Remember, the word empath is still in the word dark empath. They still feel. It's their choice whether they choose to care. It's very hard for an empath to not care. It's a lot easier to not care about those who don't care about you and other people. And a lot of the time, a dark empath also observes what those people are doing to other people, and their actions reflect how those people treat other people as well. I had a little laugh because I've seen so many videos describe dark empaths, as so dangerous because they just don't care. They don't care about self-image. They don't care what anyone thinks of them. Whereas, a narcissist is all about ego. And that's what makes a dark empath so dangerous, and how they can destroy, these people in the dark triad. Well, most empaths, in my experience, are usually quite, unique people who don't really care what the world thinks of them anyway. So it's only, expected that a dark empath isn't going to really care what people think of them regardless. Why is that such a, shocking thing? I mean, more people should, in my opinion, more people should not care about what people think of them and just go about their life, because who cares what people think of you? Do what you want. I mean, within the bounds of obviously legal the law and legal restrictions, but what? It's just so ridiculous. I mean, the shit that people come up with, this is my take anyway. So, like it or hate it, most people hate me anyway, but adios.